Okay, I think we're live. I think we're live. I had a bit of an issue there. Webcam was it? I had to restart my computer. The webcam was like, no, I'm not going to work. It's I think it's because I use a Canon 250D and the cam link wasn't picking it up, so I switched the HDMI around and tried a few things and then got it working. So yeah, we're back. We're back. A little bit later than scheduled. I think I might change it to 6 o'clock the schedule because it's work. Like on a Wednesday at uni, I look at game dev games. So there's a module called game dev that we run, and today the students were pitching their game ideas to us, so that ran quite long. And then I organised an industry talk for my students from someone from industry, and then that ran on, and then like had a school meeting as well. So it's kind of like wasn't going to stream, and then I decided I may as well because I'm kind of currently working on some stuff for teaching, and thought, well, if I'm just working on it anyway, I may as well stream it. Today's one isn't going to have any music because the last video I did for this fountain, actually, I tried to upload it to YouTube, and the service that I was using, Pretzel Rocks, I got like 10 copyright claims against the video, which demonetized it, and was like, okay, cool, that's great. I pay for the service so that I don't get that, and I got that. So thanks for that. Anyway, so I cancelled my subscription with them. So until I find a better solution, I'm probably not gonna use music because I can't be bothered with the hassle of that. So no music on today's stream, mainly because YouTube just didn't like it last time. Maybe it was just that one-off time. I think I've been reading like 10-15% of the time. Takes it, but yeah. So we're gonna carry on with the fountain, which I've kind of progressed. If you've just seen my Twitter, you'll see I tweeted out an image, and I'll just bring it up. I've actually managed to sculpt a lot of it and start to texture it as well. So I'm going to continue that today and kind of go from there and just start working on it and stuff. So yeah. Just like Substance Paint to load up. There we go. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Not too busy. I don't know. At the moment, I'm just swamped. Like this. In between all of this today, I've been doing video editing as well because we're completely online at the moment. So any classes that I do, like any workshops I do with the students on this topic, I record my screen and then I have to kind of go in and edit it and change the volume settings and that sort of stuff, and then upload it to ARU's AI Computer Games Art YouTube channel so that students can go back and look at it if say they've missed the class or they need a refresher and that sort of stuff. So that takes a good half an hour to an hour to kind of do volume on it, sort the volume out, and then render it back out so that it's not like a raw file as well. So yeah, and then I had French homework as well. So I'm studying French at the moment. So yeah, it's been a busy day in between all of that. But yeah, so this is what I got so far, which isn't too bad. There's still a lot left to do on it. Let me bring up the pure reference so you can see it. Is my CPU all right? Yeah. If you do 3D stuff, pure reference is the way forward. Like, it's just something to use. Gives you you can like drag whatever images you want into it and use it as a mood board, and it's all interactive, and you can copy and paste this out, you can download the image, do lots of stuff with it, and it's just so much easier than doing like a Word document and that sort of stuff. Because that's annoying as hell. But anyway, so this is the fountain. So what I've got left to do is the tiles. I've already got this pattern, but I'm not happy with it as such. So I'm gonna kind of go back and revisit that. At the moment, I'm sorting out this pattern now. I can't see it here. Not a very good reference for it, even here as well. So what I did was I found some Aztec patterns, and I chose this one, and I've actually modeled it, and I'm going to take it into ZBrush and sculpt it in a minute. That's where I'm at. And I've got a few other things that I noticed. So like on this bit, wait a minute. So this bit needs changing color-wise. I think size-wise as well, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I noticed as well there's brown tiles around the place to break the color up, so I'm going to do that as well. I think the metals come out quite nice. Maybe a little bit more white in the edging, which I can easily change in the material. Looking at the brown needs to be whiter. It's a little bit more damaged in the reference, so I'm going to try and maybe use a warp tool on this to just warp it out a little bit, so it's a little bit less uniformed, because it is a little bit too uniformed at the moment. And on this pattern work here, which I'm going to build and then take into ZBrush and sculpt. No, Patrick, it is for something. So I'm showing the first year's stylized sculpting and texturing. So yeah, it's for them. So I'll just get started on this now. As you can see, yeah. Anyway, so what was I doing? So I don't need substance perspective for a while. Come back to that in a minute. Actually, I'll leave it open. My computer's alright at the moment, so it should be fine. So yeah, so I wasn't happy with, because originally I did it using an alpha. So what I did was I used, I brought in a texture. If you can see that, which I made inside of Photoshop, and then brought that in and applied it as a height map, rendered out the normal map, and then brought it back in. But I think for the pattern, I think that's fine because it's quite intricate, and if I was to kind of sculpt that, it's going to take me ages. Whereas the tiles and the actual trim, the bit that's going here, you can see I use that method on that trim, and it's not what I wanted basically. So I'm going to go in and sculpt it and create some detail in it. So yeah, I'll do that now. So I think before I had to restart my computer, I had already done it. While ZBrush is loading up, I'm going to get my tablet. Just a little tablet, whack on. It's not that big. I have got a bigger one, which is a Hawaiian. I can never pronounce it. It's a Chinese version, which are cheaper and just as good, really. To be fair, like the only reason why I don't use the bigger one is because of the space. And this is really good for like if I'm traveling around and I can just get it out and use it quite easily on the train and on planes when I used to travel a lot. Yeah, I flew up to Scotland and for a stag do in a castle, and the week before I had some artwork to do, so it was quite travel compact for me to take that up and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm just thinking now with this one, I've actually just I didn't bring it in as one whole object because I was just I wanted to try a different way. So what I've done is I've saved all the subtools, and like, maybe if I need to get some like renders out for the high poly, I can put them all together and get some renders out that way. Hopefully, some people do it the other way. Oh, go away. Man, I don't know why my computer's not. Has that crashed? No, just disappeared. It's fine. I always assume the worst. Okay, so hopefully, if I drag this out now. Now, the only issue I've got with this is that it's going to take me ages because of how much trim there is. So I might do the odd few pieces and then kind of take those, extract those out and bring them into Maya and set them up. Because to be fair, when I bring this out, I decimate it anyway, so it really doesn't matter, like in terms of size and stuff. Okay, so hopefully it's brought in this. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Okay. Oh, ooh, I forgot to clean that up. That may cause an issue. Let's see. Let's subdivide this. I forgot to triangulate it. It's a throwaway model, so it's not too much of an issue. So I'm just going to put some divisions into this. Yeah, let's just not soften it. It's fine. So yeah, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to add some very kind of like just to break the silhouette up, basically. So yeah. And because I'm going to be baking this onto the front like this, I only really need to see this angle. Because that's why I was thinking, well, actually, what I might do is actually just only do maybe a few. Hello, Steam. Definitely what I'm going to do is turn on symmetry. If I remember how you do that. Okay, maybe not. There we go. Just make sure that's turned off before I do anything else to it. The only thing I don't like about this method is it's just getting these corners here. I feel like the brush is a bit too over eager. I'm just breaking up the silhouette. That's what I'm doing. So that I get this kind of cool. Oh, hello. Obviously, it doesn't like that corner. That's interesting. Yeah, let's have this subdivide. Might leave that as it is. You're not happy, you can smooth it. I am gonna just quickly open up Google and kill all my frame rate. Don't know why it does that. Like Google takes up so much memory. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go around. There's quite a few bits here, so like I said, I'm going to try and just do a little bit of this. This shouldn't take me too long though, so it's going to come out a lot better. So one other brush that I use is trim adaptive. That's what it's not going to work about. Never mind. And this stage is it's very quick. Like I know some people who use ZBrush, it's some of the stuff that they do is just so like so much time into it, and it is because a lot of the time they're sculpting characters and they've got to get like the shape and anatomy, and all I'm doing is just breaking up silhouette here, just so that I get a nice cavity bake inside of substance. It's very messy and it's very just like, let's just bash the shit out of it. That being said, I am trying to still be careful that I don't do too much damage. Because if I'm going to repeat this in other parts, use this part in other parts, I don't want it too noticeable. So yeah, streaming on Mondays, playing what you call it, some No Man's Sky, and then streaming on Saturdays. Just gonna pick up some games, maybe play a bit of Sea of Thieves on Saturday. Not too sure yet. Depends if people are around to play it. Because Sea of Thieves on its own isn't really the best to kind of play. But yeah, when you've got a crew. So some of the people I play with was playing last night, but I was playing Ark with Jack. I kept shooting him. He wasn't happy. Yeah, I went back to the game after playing it when it first came out for a long time over the summer it came out, but just went back to it last night and just, oh my god, for a new person playing it, it's horrible. There's just no UI prompts or anything like that, which is yeah. Okay. So again, probably quite a bit of silhouette there. That's what I'm. So that is weird because I'm guessing, yeah, it's not got as much resolution as this bit here. So what I could do is for this one, is split it off. And so if I split it, because they're not attached by vertices, so that's brilliant. The only thing is it might take a while. There we go. So then what I can do is, so that's like only 33,000, so I can then subdivide that. Hold shift and it lets you do it. So when I go in and try and sculpt now, it's going to be all right. There you go. It's holding the line better. So yeah, so you can do that, and then I can combine these back together anyway. Why isn't my symmetry working? That's the biggest one. It's like, why isn't my symmetry working? Because if I could do both bloody sides at the same time, that'd be great. Oh, please don't tell me I've crashed. I hate it when this happens. I haven't saved it either. Normally, if you let it just do its thing, it'll come back. So that's good. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to save. So I'm going to just file, save as. Partners back from the war. What we're doing, symmetry, weren't we? So if we just do, yeah, why aren't you working? Oh, I don't know. Sometimes it's just quicker just to do it. Oh yes, we do need to change the subdivide on that because it's not a lot. Just scripting in this detail. What did I just do? That was interesting. Okay, let's just bring this up. Okay. So I'm just going to merge these back together, but before I do that, I'm just going to save. Because you never know, like more than likely it's going to crash. So we'll quickly do that, and then I'm just going to merge these down. Merge down. Yeah, okay. That. Cool, that's fine. And same again. So they're now back together with each other, which is good. When it's finished itself. Okay, so I'm going to keep that. Actually, these three here, there's no real point. So I'm actually going to delete them. Actually, yeah, right. Yeah, I'm going to delete that one, and I'm going to delete this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and just duplicate it. And then with the transform tool, Okay, I've got that selected. I always forget which one it is. There we go. Always forget that. So that was the transpose tool, and what I might do is for this one, just grab the trim dynamic and maybe go in and make some more unique. Make it maybe a little bit more damage around the place, so that it's a bit more unique. Like so, like there, like here. So yeah, so just make it a little bit more unique in comparison to maybe this one, because then it means I can export this out anyway. It's fine. I should have really exported them not actually in position and just exported them out as like panels that side. So I am going to edit this one, and I'm going to edit these two as well because these are in position, so it'll be easier when it comes to it. So I'll get cracking with that. So if I just select that, and let's subdivide this. Hello for any new users in the chat. I'm streaming some 3D artwork. I did actually start this on stream a couple of weeks ago. And I normally upload my streams to Tabletop's YouTube channel because it's we've got a few people on there who watch them and stuff. But unfortunately, the last stream I did got about 10 copyright claims. Not strikes, luckily, but it meant the money, the video was demonetized, and I couldn't really keep it on the channel. So like, I got rid of the music. So until I find a new solution, these streams are going to be kind of just me talking until I can get some more music. But tell us in the chat if you're working on anything in particular at the moment. If you're a 3D artist or illustrator or 2D artist, or if you're just kind of chilling out and watching. Tell us if you're just lurking as well. That's fine. So yeah, so I'm breaking up the silhouette at the moment because I want to try and capture a decent cavity base with a bit more stylization than just if I was to maybe make an alpha and kind of go from there. Because yeah, like I could just make an alpha like I did and have it, but it's very uniformed, and that's one of the good things about this kind of style is that with the realistic, obviously you have to make it look realistic, but with this you can kind of over stylize it and kind of play around and be a lot more creative than, say, if you were doing more realistic stuff. And again, I'm just going to split this. Wait for it to reconstruct. Again, I just need to subdivide that. And because I've kind of separated it as well, it's making it a lot more easier. Okay, it's just kind of working for that. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to get it working. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what I want. It's going to make things so much quicker. Like anybody watching right now is like just pulling their hair out if their ZBrush user going, why is he not using symmetry? Make things so much easier. Yes, it would, and finally got it working. So like if this was realistic, I wouldn't be over stylizing it as much, but it's not. So yeah. I'm just going to save that and then merge this down. Merge down again. Okay, so what's that one's thingy? Just so I can do this actually, let me just. So what I might also do is use like the orbs brush pack here, and just add a few little bits in like that, just to again just to break the silhouette up a little bit. That probably doesn't make sense. It's a bit too extreme. Maybe something like that. And then I can change the size of the slashes as well. So, and I would do it on the other ones as well. So. Yeah, change the type of slash. Probably not going to put them on this because it's going to be harder to. Change the slash. Where is it? Here we go. Just to break up again, it's just breaking up and getting you a nice bake on the cavity stuff. So next thing, which one I'm going to do is this one. I'm just wondering, do I need to do that one or could I just like duplicate this? We'll see. Anyway, let's subdivide this. The reason why I'm going to definitely do this one is it's on an angle. So like if I try and, oh, hello. What happens when you smooth it? I don't think I can do this. Let's see if I can. That's a shame. Okay, so Hey Aaron, how's it going? Yeah, not too bad. Busy day at work. I had to sit through 13 game dev pitches this morning, which it takes a long time. And then had meetings for most of the afternoon. So yeah, just getting around to doing a little bit of 3D artwork while trying to use this because I'm using this as a teaching example. So um, actually teaching first years this year. For the first time for a couple of years actually. Like last year, I didn't teach any of the first years. It was mainly teaching postgraduate and level 6, and a little bit of level 2 as well. But yeah, this year I had to go back and teach a couple of first years. One first year class because we're a bit short-handed. How are you? Heard anything back from Helen yet? Even though it's only the other day we were chatting about it. I mean, it's not even the full thing. Like, you wanna, this is what it's. I'm just building a trim for it at the moment, but this is um, the actual whole thing, which is based off this um, fountain from World of Warcraft. So yeah, because in our first year we get them to build either a character or an environment in the style of World of Warcraft, using World of Warcraft as its inspiration. So I'm using this at the moment to demonstrate to them kind of how to use ZBrush for like stylized sculpting, and also like how to like retopologize and then how to kind of paint in this style as well inside a Substance Painter, which is, it's not quite painting as say, like you can make materials that kind of do a lot of the legwork yourself for you, and you can then go in and paint stuff yourself. But yeah, I tried to do this as an alpha, like a bit mask, and it just didn't look right. So I was like, okay, I'll sculpt it and kind of do all this kind of fine detail and stuff. Feels weird not having music on the stream. I'm listening to music right now. I'm listening to some rock playlist, uh, some Spotify. I was listening to Bring Me the Horizons album from last year, and then it's gone on to some random rock stuff. Okay, I need to separate this, so let's split it. Oh, I forgot to save it. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. There we go. Save every 5 seconds. Uh, Aaron, have you used ZBrush before? Welcome to the stream. Feel free to ask questions and stuff if you're lurking around. I don't bite, honest. We were going to use it just before March last year, and we stopped. Yeah. It's taken us on the uni it took us till Christmas to sort out licenses for the students to be able to use on their own computers. Before that, we were just using like free trials and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's one of those pieces of software that is just really expensive, and they do a monthly subscription for it, but even that's like quite expensive. I think it's like £46 a month if you want to use it. And the trial is only like 30 days, so it's like you don't really get too much time to use it, which is a shame. So yeah. I was going to say, if you got a little bit of free time, like there's lots of resources out there that can get you started, and it's really good for stylization and stuff. Did I subdivide that? Yes. Like the brush pack that I'm using is called Orbs, and it's free, and it just there's lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff in brushes and that sort of stuff that you can use. But yeah, it's well worth it. I never really learned ZBrush. When I was learning back at uni in 2008 till 2011, and we only had ZBrush in our final year, and it was only really the character guys that got any workshops on it. But the environment guys were pretty much just standard, like Maya hard surface. If it was organic, we'd have to make it in Mayos or using like nerve circles and that sort of stuff. So I never really kind of got into ZBrush until a couple of years ago, and then more recently I've been using it more and more. I was using it, the rock stuff I was doing for a mod, and then also done some more stylized stuff with it as well. So it's just a shame of the price tag, really. Luckily, I've managed to get a license from the uni. Before that, I was paying for a license. It's not cheap. And I mean, think about like for students, the Maya license is brilliant because it's you get a free license as a student, but as a freelancer, when I do freelance projects, I obviously have to pay. For a full Maya license per month, if you want the full version, it's £200 a month. I don't pay for that one. I pay for the light version, which is the Maya LT, which is a lot cheaper. It's £36 a month. And then like Substance Painter I pay for, which is £20 a month. Photoshop Suite, which is like £45 a month. It starts to add up, and especially if you're not freelancing and you're still learning. Probably a lot of these companies, like Substance Painter, is. I know Maya, like I said, there's a free student version as well. Oh gosh, ski with that. Or something. I feel like I'm not getting as much response out of this one as I have done with these ones. Like, I don't know what's up. You see how it's kind of that's interesting. It's not too much of an issue. One thing I am going to do is just save it. I'm just going to yeah, save. Pretty much. Like the amount of times where the students say to me, it's like, "Oh, my computer crashed and I lost like 2 hours worth of work," and it's like from the very first moment they step foot in the university, it's like save. Have you saved? Save. Auto save. Save. And I still get students, and one of the other ones we get is when it was physical, not online, because obviously at the moment it's all online. But like what we get is like I had a habit of accidentally breaking memory sticks, USB drives, because it's just when they're sticking out of the computer, they're just too much of a tempting target for my knee. And it's just like, come on. So it's like hard drives all the way. Don't buy USB sticks and save your work on them. Yeah. I mean, Google Docs is brilliant because it's like you can store your stuff on there, and you've got like OneDrive. So all of our submissions for the last year and a bit have been through OneDrive. So the students upload to the OneDrive, and then we download their work, or we put the feedback on the OneDrive as well. So which is not too bad. But I'm guessing the college has a similar workflow. So yeah, I'm not happy with how this is playing at the moment because like it's like 1 million, and so what I might do is let it load back in. Yeah, so there's two ways of saving. First way is what I'm doing, which is saving the file, but you can also save the tool as well. So I always save the tool before I start to decimate so that I can bring it back in, and I've still got the high-res version of it before I've kind of decimated it. And to be fair, I save them all in the mayor folder structure because it's just easier. I know where things are then. Okay, let's try this again. So I need a trim dynamic. Yeah, like when I get annoyed. Like it wasn't doing that before. Like, not too sure. Which polish will do it? Yeah, okay. See, there's multiple brushes to do this. I'm not happy with that. Sort of what I might do is just delete that piece and then bring in a newer piece. Again, just to kind of break up some of the geometry. It's a bit too extra. Orbs brush. So yeah, this brush pack is really cool. Well, good luck with the Warzone trios. Is it still sweaty? I haven't played it for about 2 weeks or so, and that's because I was getting very annoyed with it. It's disgusting lately. Yeah, I thought we might have a bit of a respite after the DMR nerf, but it seems like people have found even guns. Found another one, the FFAR. Okay, I've got an idea for this. Well, enjoy. Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing some artwork tonight. Just started watching. Just trying to catch up with art. Like, just haven't had a chance in the last couple of days. Just to think, I was doing quite a lot yesterday. This is what I'm kind of working on at the moment. I'm just doing some trims for it. But yeah, I was managed to get a bit of work done on this yesterday, mainly when Holly's stream was going. Yeah, it was easy to just catch up with that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna okay. So this is where my computer crashes because I'm going to try and combine 6 million polygons. Because oh, 4 million actually now. Need that adventure in my life. Let's try this now. Fingers crossed it works. This is where you just take your hands away and just don't do anything because a lot of people like start clicking and it just crashes it. You just have to kind of be careful. How's everybody's day going? Okay, that that was not too bad. So I'll save it. Okay. And miss it. Fingers crossed. This is where you start to kind of pray to the ZBrush gods that you don't it doesn't crash. It doesn't crash. I have a similar prayer to the Unreal gods as well. When I'm working in Unreal, I'm doing something which I know is gonna crash, but I still go ahead and do it. So more fool me. It's fine. Everything's stopped here. I can progress, and again, just gonna save it. One of the things I do as well because trying to bring 4 million polygons into Maya is just gonna kill Maya. Maya's gonna be like, nah, you're not coming in. Or nearly 5 million. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decimate this so that it still retains the silhouette and shape and all the sculpt that I've done. But it means that I'm not bringing 4 million in, I'm bringing more like a percentage of 4 million. So 5%, basically a 95% reduction. But you would type it in as 5%. So it'd be 5% of 4 million. Before I do that, so that I don't damage this, I can save this as a tool. So I've got a few tools saved. I'm just going to rename this as well. I'm going to call this gold trim and just save as. And it's a Z tool, so sometimes I get students handing in work which is like just what a Z tool, and I'm like, how am I supposed to mark that? Like, it's not going to work. Okay, so go into decimation, which is here, decimation master, and I'm going to have to pre-process this. So basically what it's doing is it's capturing all the sculpt data, and it's going to capture this now. And we went from 5 viewers to 1 viewer, so that was interesting. I obviously said something. A lot of waiting around, it's just. Taking a while because it's pre-processing 4.9 million polygons, which is always a good thing. This is where I just sit here and wait. If you've just joined, it's at the most boring part because I'm waiting for ZBrush to load. At the moment, I'm just waiting for it to pre-process so that I can decimate it so that it's no longer 4 million, it's a reduced amount. So at the moment, I can't really do anything, which is good. Come on. Hey, it's done. So yeah, basically what that's done now is it's processed this so I can actually decimate it. So let's like if I decimate it to 20%, let's have a look what it decimates at. Because once it's processed, it's easier to decimate. Like you have to process it anyway to decimate it. But at the moment it's 900. So it's gone from 4 million to 900. But if you look at the detail's still there. So let's go back and let's go to, let's say 5. It's not 245 active points. But still in Maya, that's a little bit too much. Well, saying that, I won't. I'm gonna need to. Just how I'm gonna bake this. Wondering if I can get that a little bit lower, just so I can work with it. Because I am with Maya, with the Maya I use LT, I've got a export limit of 250,000, I think. So it's not going to be too good. That should work. Okay. So what I can do then is go to my FBX exporter here and export. I'm just going to export this in the high poly gold trim. And that's be done inside of ZBrush for now, so I'm going to shut it down. And I'm just going to unplug my tablet as well because I don't need it for the next stage what I'm doing. So I'm just going to call this 1, just so it's incremented. So if I need to ever go back. So I really want to try and get this done before the end of the stream. So I need to get rid of that. I need to turn off this one. Okay. And if I import this, my eyes. Okay. Don't know whether this is going to work or not because I'm just thinking because it's already just close to 200,000 polygons. And I still need to put a second piece and then the other pieces around the other side. This is the problem with this sort of thing because it's got an export limit. It's a lot harder to. The only other thing I can think of is if I actually, ooh, that might work. Okay. So I do need ZBrush. Let's try this. It would help if I plugged my tablet back in. Because I did just undo my tablet. Where is it? No? Come on. I will be finishing the stream at 8 o'clock, so I've got 10 minutes to do this. So yeah, let's do this. So I'm just gonna import. I'm gonna go to File, Open. External. No, demo thing. So the plan is to actually, because this is detonating now, so this is pretty much kind of how I want to work. Because if I kind of duplicate this even more. So the first thing I'm going to do is split these into parts. The reason for it is I want this piece here. And then I'm just going to merge this down. And use the transpo tool to bring it slightly closer here. And then what I'll do is as well is I'll duplicate this. And move it so it's oh no, why did I do that? Okay. Fine, bye. the best ideal situation, but yeah. So let me save this. I'm just going to duplicate this. It's not the one I want. File open. Gonna merge these to create a subtool. So merge visible. And then create a new one of these, and let's import. Hopefully I've still got it. That's fine. So hopefully now I can actually, if I duplicate this, I can append this to one of the subtools that I've got. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Ah. Cool. Obviously I've got an issue with that, but that means now. Oh, that's exactly what I want to do for a change. So I need to split these, split to parts. Okay, so let's just merge this down. And then Now, what would be interesting is, and I don't know whether you can do this inside of ZBrush, and I am going to leave it here because I need to leave now, is whether I could actually mask out this and cut it so that I can just have this bit here, which will be for another video. Yeah, like kind of got that working, which is what I want. And it means now that what I can do is I can flip it over to the other side. So, for example, maybe not these two bits, but like the other bits, I can flip them over, export them out, and yeah, basically go from there. So that's a good thing. So yeah, thank you for joining the stream. Just going to save this. Right, where do I need to save this? So I'm just going to yeah, so thank you for joining the stream, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully Saturday. So yeah, yes, great. I think. Bye.